Hi friends, this is Ramana. Today I will show a demo on logging in SSIS. Logging is very important topic in SSIS while creating the package. Whenever you may appear for any interview, there are many chances to erase this question from the interviewer. So what is logging? Logging is an option provided by the Microsoft while creating the package in SSIS. It is nothing but traces and record every event at the time of running of the package in SSIS. It is very much useful for the developers to know the reason if the package failed while executing the in SSIS. So it is one of the debugging techniques to know the reason why the package is failed in SSIS. So there are different types of logging providers are there in SSIS. So we will see one by one. First one is text files. So log information stored in the text files. After executing the package, log information is stored in the text file in particular format, in particular path where you have asked to provide while selecting the text file option. And second one is XML. XML also same. You have to provide the path and the whatever the details that are log details are stored in the in XML format in that path. And third one is SQL profiler. Profiler is one of the option in SSMS. So log details were stored in the profiler. And fifth one is SQL server. SQL server, there is after running the log details, after executing the package, after these log details were stored in the SSIS table. By default, we don't have the table, but after enabling the logging concept and running the package, all the details are stored in this table. Whenever you run any particular package on the table, this table will append it every time after running your package. And final one is Windows event log. So your log details will stored in this format, in the five format: test files, XML files, SQL profiler, SQL server, and Windows event log. So most famous logging providers are text files and SQL server. So we will see how the text files and SQL server trace the login details now. Now this is my empty package. I am dragging the loading I'm dragging the data flow task into the control pane and named it as the loading of data. Or else I will create one more package. I'm, I'm creating altogether the new package to show from scratch level. This is control pane. I am dragging the um, data flow task, and afterwards my text document, my source file is here in the form of Microsoft Excel. This is my source file, city. It contains around 500 records which have all details related to city and state and zip code, all these things. This is my city city table, and data is city, state, zip code, country name. So this is ID, city ID. So my is my destination table is city table. Currently there is no data in that table. So my destination is city table. Now I want to export the Excel file into the uh, using the SSIS package and dump the data into the city table database. So to configure, I will take a Excel source, double click, select new, browse. So this is my source file. Open. If you want to select sheet, select sheet 1. These are the columns. Everything is perfect. Configuration is done successfully. Now I want to load this in the OLEDB destination. Double click. Take new. My server name is admin and my database sample. Okay. And take this the table you want to import. City table, mappings. So the no need to map the columns manually. Everything is perfect. Both the names of the columns are same in source and destination. Okay, configuration done. So in SSIMS, in sample database, there are so many uh, so many tables are there, except this is the SSIS.log. Except this file, everything is there. So if when I enable the logging and run the package, by default it will there is no such file. After running the package, the same file will create it automatically. We will see how it happened. So to enable the logging, just go to open space of your control flow, not data flow. Open a space, just control flow and right click. First option is the logging option. Click the logging. Whenever you click the logging, one wizard will open automatically. So this will, as I mentioned earlier, the provider types. There are 5 providers are there: SQL Server, text files, XML, Windows Movie Log, and SQL Server Profiler. Now we want to select first two: SQL Profile, SQL Server, and text files. So whenever you have to enable the login at package level, task level, whatever it may be. But I want to enable completely in this case. So SQL provider, SQL server, I am adding. When you click, it asks to get connection. Admin and the sample is my database. So if you want to store the login details in either text and XML, you want to select the relevant provider name and get add again. So in this case, I want to use both SQL Server and text files. For text files, you have to give the uh, path name. If you want to create, I'm creating new file. Browse wherever you store the your log details. It is asking log.txt. Open. So in D folder in files path, that log.txt is has been created now. Hit OK. So all my log details will stored in SQL Server and this log test. So in the second tab there are details. So there are many events are there. So whatever the relevant events as per your business logic, you have to select that radio button. Commonly, most of them were using on error, uh, post execute, pre execute, and on warning. These these events are most of the developers were used to track, want to track. If there are any packages failed, it will denote the on error and the error message also displayed. So I am okay with these four events. Okay. So now the package is ready and log details also enabled and log providers also uh, enabled. Now I want to run the package. Once again, I'm showing there is no sys.login in the sample database. Either system tables or user tables. Now I'm running the package. So package is executed successfully and data flow on. So all 500 records dumped into this table. See here, all 500 records. And you want to check the log details of the table, whether the sys table is created or not. It refresh the database and select the tables. See here, sys.log. One table is automatically created after enabling and running the package. What are there in this table? We have to check. So these are the tables. These are the so earlier we run the package. The time and execution also, and short time and end time, everything was noted, and whatever the task we have showed in the control pane, all these tasks are. And this is my package name. And this is the data flow task. Everything is recorded, and the warning messages and begin the package and then end of the package. Everything is done perfectly. So this is way how to show your login details in SQL Server. At the same time, we already created one log text file in that path. If you show the log file that is created, this is the file. These are the details where. Now I will show one failure case. Then what happened and the log details, how the log details will show in the text file and SQL Server. So I am dragging one more task in control pane, that is nothing but execute SQL task. Not here. function same. SQL. Here I need to write some SQL statement. So I'm writing here whatever the statement I need. Update city table set country name is equal to, this is the right command when you update the any details in the column, but double quotes, in between the double quotes we need to provide the value, but I want to add one more single quote. So this is definitely given, make the package fail. So intentionally I want to make the package fail and show how the log details were recorded in the SSIS table, these at the time of the failure of the package. Intentionally I am making the uh, package fail. Okay, so these are not required. Just click OK. So data flow task and execute SQL task and everything is ready. Now when I running the package should fail, and how the log details will appear in the text and SQL server. We will see. I will check in the sys tables how it will appear. Instead of just select star from and syslog. So earlier it is 8 records. Now when you run the package, when you are executing this select query now, it will comes under 23 records. See here, first 8 records will be at the time of first run of the package, and this is the second 8 records. Remaining 15 records are this. So earlier we don't have execute SQL task. So now we created one more task, and that is also uh, recorded here. And this is the SQL task and all these things, and how the package will fail. You will get this. This is the failure. We will see what is the failure message in the text. Executing update city table set country name failed with the following error: incorrect syntax error, possible failure reasons. So in the after failure in the package, the message will send and appear in this form. Executing the failure, the two records are the log records are executed in the failure case. At the end, package also appeared. Now we will see the data in the city table. Earlier it has 500 records. Now city. Now it is showing 1000 records. But package has failed, but the failure results were appeared in the log files, as you see here. So now we will see how the log text will appear at the time of the failure package. This is a table, and again earlier it is 4 KB, now it is increased to 12 KB. This is the change in the maximum fixed errors. These are the error messages that are displayed in the uh, package, that displayed in the log details in the test format. So this is how the log details will stored. This is very useful for the developers at the time of the failure cases. We can easily identify and get troubleshoot. It is very useful to troubleshoot and to counter the errors by enabling the logging details. But one more thing, when, if you whenever you run the package, the records, the SSIS log records will be appended and will keep on increasing. So it is not good for the performance. So usually for every 21 days, the developers will purge the old records and every time in the SSIS log table. So it is useful uh, to control the traffic in the database, and the performance will be normalized. Otherwise, the performance will be trouble, and the database also will be slow at the time of executing the queries. So this is how the logging concept will work. Hope you will enjoy the video. Thank you very much. Thank you.